Twinkle's shining quest for Pip. Far up in the glittering sky, where the moon glowed like a big silver lantern and stars sparkled like tiny jewels, lived a little star named Twinkle. She was the smallest star of all, so tiny that the bigger stars sometimes didn't see her glow. But Twinkle had a huge heart and a giant dream. She wanted to shine brighter than anyone and help someone on Earth. Every night, she gazed down at the world below, where children laughed, animals scampered, and houses glowed with cozy lights. "I want to make someone happy," Twinkle whispered, her light flickering with hope. One chilly night, when the sky was clear and the stars shone brightly, Twinkle heard a sad voice from Earth. It was a boy named Ben, sitting by his window, saying, "My parrot, Pip, is lost. I wish I could find him." Twinkle's heart glowed like a warm candle. "This is my chance," she thought. But how could a tiny star help a boy so far away? She decided to be brave and go on a grand adventure. Twinkle took a deep breath, wished for courage, and leaped from the sky, falling like a glittery snowflake. Down she went, past fluffy clouds, chirping birds, and glowing streetlights, until she landed softly in Ben's backyard. The world was so big and strange. Tall trees swayed, flowers danced in the breeze, and crickets sang loud songs. Twinkle felt a bit scared, but she thought of Ben's sad voice and puffed up her light. "I can do this," she said, and she began her search for Pip. First, she floated to the garden, where roses and tulips stood quietly. "Have you seen a parrot named Pip?" she asked, her light bouncing on their petals. The flowers shook their heads. "No, but try the old oak tree. The owl there is very wise," they said. Twinkle zoomed to the oak tree, where a big owl blinked his shiny eyes. "A parrot," hooted the owl. "Check the meadow by the stream. Parrots love bright flowers there." Twinkle thanked the owl and hurried to the meadow, her light glowing like a tiny lantern. At the stream, she saw ripples in the water and heard a soft squawk. There, perched on a low branch, was Pip, a colorful parrot with green feathers and a red beak. "Pip!" Twinkle cheered, shining so brightly that Pip flapped his wings. But Pip was tangled in some vines, and Twinkle was too small to free him. "Don't worry," she told Pip. "I'll get Ben." She raced back to Ben's house, her light flashing like a firefly. Ben was still at his window, his eyes wet with tears. Twinkle danced in front of him, twinkling as brightly as she could. Ben gasped, "A star! Are you here for Pip?" Twinkle bobbed up and down, leading Ben outside. She guided him through the dark garden, past the oak tree, and across the meadow to the stream. Pip squawked loudly when he saw Ben, and Ben ran to him, gently untangling the vines and holding him close. "Pip, you're safe." Ben laughed as Pip nibbled his finger. "Thank you, little star," Ben said, his smile brighter than the moon. Twinkle felt warm and proud, but she wanted to make sure Ben and Pip got home safely. She floated above them, lighting their path like a tiny street lamp. On the way, a curious squirrel popped out from a bush. "Who are you, shiny star?" it chattered. "I'm Twinkle, and I'm helping my friends," she replied, glowing happily. The squirrel clapped its paws and scampered off. A friendly frog by the stream croaked, "You're so kind, star. Come back soon." Twinkle giggled and promised she would. When Ben and Pip reached home, Ben's mom ran out, her eyes wide with joy. "Ben, you found Pip!" she cried, hugging them both. Ben whispered, "The star helped me." Twinkle's light grew stronger, and she knew it was time to return to the sky. She floated up, past the clouds and back to her place among the stars. The other stars cheered, "Twinkle, you're so brave." Even the biggest stars noticed her now, and they twinkled with pride. From that night on, Twinkle shone brighter than ever, her light bold and beautiful. Every evening, Ben looked up at her, waving from his window, and Pip squawked happily in his cage. Twinkle learned that even the smallest star could do big things, and she twinkled with joy, knowing she had friends on Earth who loved her. Sometimes, when the night was quiet, Twinkle whispered to the sky, "I'll always shine for you," and her light sparkled like a promise, filling the world with hope.